Welcome to Blockchain Simplified.
Most people think that mining is how bitcoins or other cryptocurrencies are created. This is partly incorrect. Let's understand the real meaning together. So, what is mining? Mining is the process by which transactions are verified and added to the blockchain. This process is called consensus. In other words, it is the agreement of how much money is tied to your private key. Let's think about this with real-life examples. When you put money in your bank and you try to make a transaction, your bank watches over your money and checks whether you have enough money to pay for something or not. In decentralized systems, which means systems that are not governed by a central institution, this role is given to miners. They check and verify transactions that users want to make. Well, who are the users? Users, also called light nodes, are most of the people using the network. They send and receive payments. But we also have full nodes, which are nodes that forward this information to everyone else for the network to stay decentralized. They are set up as checkpoints and are not really participating in actual transactions. However, every time you make a transaction, you have to pay the miners a small fee for checking its validity, meaning they check that it was correctly signed with the private key and that you have the money. This fee could sometimes be zero, but since there are many transactions happening at the same time, you can bribe the miner with a small fee to validate your transaction faster. So basically what happens is, you decide to make a payment to someone, and in order to do that, you have to use your private key, then you have to broadcast this transaction to a few full nodes that your wallet is connected to. Your wallet does that automatically. Then, these full nodes forward this information to other nodes who also do the same thing until everyone who is part of the community knows about your transaction. What are some problems we could have in a decentralized system? 1. Conflict of opposing information, one miner saying one thing and another saying another thing. 2. Possibility of creating fake miners who work in your favor. 3. People participating only as users, and not in the consensus. To avoid all the chaos, legit cryptocurrencies have developed consensus mechanisms that govern problems in a decentralized system. The three most important ones are the following: 1. Proof of importance, 2. Proof of stake, 3. Proof of work. We will explain each one. Let's start with proof of importance. What happens is, the participant with the most importance gets to say which transactions happened and receives incentives the most often. One factor that establishes importance in this mechanism is the length of time that someone has been a part of the system combined with the number of other miners trusting them by opting in to receive information from them. Few blockchain algorithms are using this mechanism because it could be gamed by creating fraudulent participants who then vote for each other, thereby creating importance. Then, we have proof of stake. In this mechanism, money resembles importance. Whoever controls more money has more importance. There is always risk of one large player ruling it all. And finally, proof of work. This consensus algorithm is the oldest and most used of them all. Here, you have to prove that you have done work. Whoever does the work first gets to be the first to choose the transaction composition and also gets the mining reward. So, how does a transaction get confirmed? Instead of actually sending the currency, you notify the nodes and miners about who is the new owner of the coins on the blockchain. They then forward this info to others. However, in order to avoid any conflicting info, none of your intentions are confirmed initially, they stay unconfirmed. A transaction only gets confirmed once it is included in a block by a miner. Miners watch the network for broadcasted transactions, and as soon as they see one, they add it to their pool of unconfirmed transactions. Since most blockchains only allow a certain amount of transactions per block, miners have to choose which ones they pick, likely the highest fees. If you are interested in knowing more about mining, check our playlist called Mining and you will find a lot more videos explaining detailed mining questions.